Hey everyone, and welcome. How does a brand become more than just a brand? How does it become a symbol, a piece of culture, a part of our identity? Today, we're diving deep into the story of Nike, a name that's recognized in every corner of the globe. This isn't just about sneakers and sportswear. It's a story of innovation, rebellion, and the relentless pursuit of greatness. From a handshake deal to a global empire. This is the story of how Nike became an icon. It all started not in a fancy boardroom, but with a simple handshake. In 1964, a track coach named Bill Bowerman and his former student, Phil Knight, each chipped in $500 to start a company called Blue Ribbon Sports. Their mission was simple: import high-quality, low-cost running shoes from Japan. Knight would sell them out of the trunk of his car at local track meets. They weren't just selling shoes. They were selling a competitive edge to fellow runners who, like them, were obsessed with finding a better way to run. This tiny $1,000 venture was the humble seed from which a sporting giant would grow, forever changing the landscape of American sports. Every great company has its aha moment. For Nike, that moment came from a waffle iron. One morning, Bill Bowerman was watching his wife make breakfast and had a flash of genius. He wondered, what if the waffle's grid pattern could be used for the sole of a running shoe? He poured rubber into the family waffle iron, ruining it in the process, but creating something revolutionary: the waffle sole. This new design provided incredible traction on various surfaces. The shoe it went on, the waffle trainer, became a bestseller and was Nike's first major innovation. It was a strange, almost comical kitchen experiment, but it was the breakthrough that laid the foundation for a billion-dollar empire. As Blue Ribbon Sports grew, it was time for a change. They needed a new name, a new identity. In 1971, the company's first employee, Jeff Johnson, had a dream about Nike, the Greek goddess of victory. He pitched it to Knight, who wasn't immediately sold, but the name stuck. Around the same time, Knight approached a graphic design student at Portland State University named Caroline Davidson. He needed a logo, something that suggested movement and speed. For the grand sum of $35, she created the Swoosh. Initially, Knight said, "I don't love it, but maybe it will grow on me." Little did he know that $35 design would become one of the most recognized and valuable logos in human history. A symbol of victory for billions. The next leap forward was a technology you couldn't even see. In the late 70s, an aerospace engineer named Frank Rudy came to Nike with a wild idea: trapping pressurized gas in durable, flexible bags and placing them inside the soles of shoes. This was the birth of Air, the first shoe to feature this technology. The Air Tailwind was released in 1978. It offered unparalleled cushioning and durability. At first, the innovation was hidden, a secret feeling of walking on air. But this technology was Nike's secret weapon. The moment they began to truly leave their competitors in the dust, setting a new standard for athletic footwear. Then came the deal that didn't just change sports, it changed American culture forever. In 1984, Nike was struggling. They took a huge gamble, betting their entire basketball marketing budget on a charismatic rookie from North Carolina named Michael Jordan. They created a signature shoe for him, the Air Jordan. The NBA initially banned the shoe for not meeting its color code, but Nike paid the fines, turning the controversy into a brilliant marketing campaign. The Air Jordan wasn't just a shoe, it was a symbol of rebellion and excellence. It launched sneakerhead culture into the mainstream and turned a basketball player into a global icon, with Nike right there alongside him. Michael Jordan proved the power of a superstar endorsement. Nike then took that playbook and applied it to every major sport. When they signed a young, phenom golfer named Tiger Woods, they didn't just give him shoes and a shirt. They built their entire golf division around him. From B.O. Jackson in football and baseball to Andre Agassi in tennis, Nike mastered the art of partnering with transcendent athletes. They didn't just sponsor them. They wove their personal stories of triumph and struggle into the fabric of the brand. This strategy allowed Nike to dominate one sport after another, becoming synonymous with winning itself. What's the secret to Nike's marketing? It's captured in 3 simple words: just do it. Launched in 1988, this slogan was more than just an advertising tagline. It was a call to action. a piece of motivation. It wasn't about the shoes or the gear. It was about the person wearing them. The campaigns weren't focused on product features, but on the emotions of sport, the sweat, the pain, the joy, the struggle. By tapping into these universal human experiences, Just Do It became a cultural mantra. Nike wasn't selling you a product, they were selling you a better version of yourself. This leads to the core of Nike's philosophy. They built their empire with athletes, not just with products. From Michael Jordan to LeBron James, Serena Williams to Megan Rapinoe, Nike has always championed the athlete's voice. Their commercials are often mini documentaries, telling powerful stories of perseverance and breaking barriers. They understood early on that people connect with stories, not with specs. By elevating athletes to the level of heroes and mythic figures, Nike created an emotional bond with its customers. You buy Nike because you want to be a part of that story, to feel that same drive and inspiration. Of course, the road to the top was filled with fierce competition. For decades, Nike waged war with rivals like Adidas, Reebok, and Puma. In the 80s, Reebok briefly overtook Nike in the US, thanks to the aerobics craze. But Nike always fought back, out-innovating and out-marketing their competitors. They focused relentlessly on performance, on signing the biggest athletes, and on telling the most compelling stories. While others focused on fashion trends, Nike stayed true to its athletic roots. This clear focus and aggressive strategy allowed them to consistently outmaneuver their rivals and secure their spot at the top of the sports world. But it hasn't all been a story of victory. Nike has faced major controversies that threatened its very existence. In the 1990s, the brand was hit with massive protests and boycotts over allegations of using sweatshop labor in its overseas factories. The accusations of poor working conditions and low wages tarnished their image. For a company built on inspiration, it was a devastating blow. But Nike didn't crumble. After initial denials, they faced the criticism head-on. They implemented sweeping changes, becoming a leader in supply chain transparency and factory monitoring. It was a painful, necessary evolution that showed the world how a global giant could survive a crisis and come back stronger. So how does Nike keep creating game-changing products? The answer lies in their secretive innovation labs, like the Nike Sport Research Lab, often called the Innovation Kitchen. This is where scientists, engineers, designers, and athletes collaborate to invent the future of sport. They use advanced motion capture technology, biometric sensors, and high-speed cameras to study athletes in motion, analyzing every tiny detail of their performance. This is where technologies like FlightNet, which creates a seamless, soak-like upper, and the ultra-responsive ZoomX foam were born. It's a testament to their founding DNA's relentless obsession with making the athlete better. Over the years, Nike has transcended the world of sports to become a cornerstone of modern culture. Sneakers, especially Nikes, are no longer just for the court or the track. They are symbols of identity, status, and community. The rise of streetwear and hype culture, with limited edition releases and a booming resale market, has turned shoes like Air Jordans and Dunks into collector's items, sometimes worth thousands of dollars. For many, what you wear on your feet says everything about who you are. Nike didn't just create sneaker culture. In many ways, Nike is sneaker culture. Think about it. From Marty McFly's self-lacing shoes in Back to the Future Part 2 to countless mentions in hip-hop songs, Nike is woven into the fabric of pop culture. The brand represents the pursuit of the American dream, the idea that, with grit and determination, anyone can achieve greatness. The swoosh is seen on movie screens, music videos, and in the world's biggest stars. It has become a global language, understood by everyone. It's more than a brand. It's a lifestyle, a mindset, an aspirational symbol recognized and embraced worldwide. So, what's next for this global behemoth? The future of Nike is focused on two key areas: sustainability and technology. They're pioneering new methods to reduce waste with programs like Move to Zero, creating products from recycled materials. At the same time, they're pushing the boundaries of wearable tech and digital integration, connecting our physical activity with our digital lives through apps and smart devices. As they look toward the next decade, Nike is betting on a future that is more connected, more personalized, and more sustainable. constantly looking for new ways to serve the next generation of athletes. From a $500 loan to a global icon, the story of Nike is a lesson in the power of a bold idea. It's about a waffle iron, a 35 dollar logo, and a rookie basketball player who could fly. But more than anything, it's about a simple, powerful belief that if you have a body, you are an athlete. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoy this journey, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more stories behind the world's greatest icons. See you in the next one.